Good morning. I'm gonna say good morning every time because it's morning somewheres. Um, just got off the phone with my brother's ex-girlfriend. It's my brother who is currently disfellowshipped. He's my youngest brother of all my brothers. Almost all younger than me, but I'm trying to get some damn food. Anybody had cheese curds? They're bomb. I tried them like 6 months ago, and I try to limit myself to once a month. So my brother moved to Maine about a month ago. He has an amazing girlfriend who's extremely supportive, and she's awesome. But it turns out, and hey, Andy. Oh,
Thank you.
thank you. You too. I should have asked for lunch. So he moved to Maine about a month ago, maybe 3 weeks ago, with his son and his girlfriend. And he's been doing okay. He's been in remission from leukemia for a couple years now, but he still has to take care of himself, obviously. And so he's been running a fever since Sunday. And they tested him 4 times for COVID. And I'll be honest, COVID's like the least of my concerns. I'm more worried about the leukemia. He would be considered compromised because of the cancer, but he doesn't have like a respiratory history. Anyhow, so he's doing all the testing, and all I can think is back to when he was first diagnosed. He needed a lot of blood transfusions, and he refused them. And of course, my mom, who was a witness, was so excited. She was so, I'm just thank Jehovah, that foundation of being a witness is still with him. And let me tell you, I was fucking furious. They had sent him to a specialist in Vegas, and then ultimately they really broke it down for him and explained, like, here's the deal. Jehovah's Witnesses are taught that blood transfusions are not necessary, period. They are medically not necessary. Not that you're going to find a whole lot of medical people in the Jehovah's Witness community, but that's what they teach their members. And they also teach their members that they, just realized I'm probably on my hope you guys can hear me. But they also will teach you that, is my brother still a witness, Andy? No. So he's been disfellowshipped for a couple of years. And that's what pissed me off, was it's a really, really good example of a whole physically out, mentally in deal, because love my brother to death, but, he made some foolish choices, as many of my brothers did in the last earlier years of their lives. So they've been to county, they've been to prison, they do have done illegal things, and none of that bothers them. But no, Jehovah doesn't like blood transfusions. Like, that's the one thing you held on to. That's what stuck with you. He refused. And so, and my mom, of course, was just like his biggest cheerleader, and having to sit there and listen to the glory of the governing body and how wonderful it is that Christian is still holding tight to that foundation with Jehovah. Oof. See, it gets me fucking shaking. So I think I can park here. We're having our house painted, and I think they're done. You hear all the bottles of wine clinking around back there. I got me a 4-day weekend. I'm gonna call Tony Morris and we're gonna chat. So all I could think just now when I was talking to his girlfriend, and they got his temperature down last night, they sent him home, and they're saying that I don't know, it's very confusing, and it's very frustrating because I'm not there to not to be a control freak. So yeah, when I was sitting there ordering my food, I kept thinking, man, if this gets back into the blood again, I swear to God, it just makes me almost immediately so furious because I already know the discussions and the fights. And what ended up happening last time was the doctor really explained to him that we're not making this up. Jehovah's Witnesses, I said, they do teach you that no, doctors just push it. Like, I don't know if they think that they get some kind of federal reimbursement for pumping blood into people, but it's just not the way that it works. So he had that mentality. He had that mentality that this is the kind of stuff that they make you do. Linda, hello, Apostate babe. I'm pretty sure you owe me a phone call. But I'd love to know how you're doing. This is the shitty part about editing, is I lose my train of thought very, very easily. I should probably drink more wine. So he still believed that worldly people, worldly doctors, like they just push it and unnecessarily. And so when he went to the specialist, like he called me in a panic, and he called me from Vegas and was like, sister, I'm gonna die. And I'm like, I know. I'm so trying to be so supportive no matter what choice he made, because I just want to emotionally be there. But he's like, no, I don't think you understand. Like, I'm dying. I need a lot of blood. And I'm like, I know. And he had his son had just been born, I think a month earlier, maybe 2. And he said, I just finally had a son, and I don't want to die, and I have to get a blood transfusion. And I'm like, I know. So he did it. And I'm pretty sure that he, it's not that it's any of her business, but, he didn't tell my mom that he did, and nor does he have to. But it just like pisses me off that you have to keep that secret. A couple of years later, I don't know if any of you guys remember when John Cedars did the No More Martyrs blood transfusion video, which was amazing. And I asked my brother if I could use his picture and if he would participate, and he responded with, no, I still think it's wrong to take blood. And I know that's his stance right now, even though his little boy is now 5. And he has found an amazing woman, amazing support system. I know if it came down to it, he would do a transfusion, but I know that it causes him so much stress because he knows in doing so that he will die in Armageddon. And that is one of the many, many wonderful, heartwarming things that you get to take with you as a Jehovah's Witness. And then even when you leave, it's so ingrained in you. I'm going to make this choice, and I'm going to make this choice to live, and to be a kick-ass father as he is, an amazing fucking father. But I know that in the end, me and my family will die for this choice. And that's the JW bullshit that even me, years later, still affects me, because I'm still having to deal with my family members who, though they're out and worldly as hell, I don't know, he's tattooed from here to here, like, it's so frustrating. It's so frustrating. Anyhow, that's where I am today. I saw you guys left a couple of comments, and so I'm trying to adjust with these new glasses. Okay, I see. Tell him about, yeah, that's a good idea. Sorry, so the comments come up and they disappear faster than I can see them. Anyhow, love you guys, and I'm going into a 4-day weekend. The house all to ourselves. The painters are gone. I just imagine there's going to be a lot of fornicating this weekend. I love you guys, and I will talk to you later.